Lowenkron, an attorney with the New York Lawyers for Public Interest, and who is the Director for Disability Justice. Thank you, Ruth.
Thank you so much. I'm assuming that you can see me, and I will describe myself in any event. I'm a white woman, got a couple of years on me, like well over the 50 mark, and I have eyeglasses, brown hair that's swept back, and I'm wearing a white scarf around my neck. I'll tell you a little bit more about who I am, because I think that's just really important for you. And then also you can have me in my office as a resource. So I've been practicing in the field of disability justice for my entire legal career of 40 plus years. And actually, even before I went to law school, I worked in this space. As with many who come to this space who do not have a disability, I came with family members with disabilities, both one family member with mental disabilities and one with physical, and that is sort of my my connection to the work. And I've been working in this space this entire time. What I'd like you to know about New York Lawyers for the Public Interest is that we work in a host of different disability justice spaces. We work very prominently in the space of trying to transform the way New York responds to mental health crises. That's what I'll be talking about today. But we have cases and campaigns in a host of other areas. And we are even able to provide individual assistance in 3 areas: in special education, in housing, and in access to paratransit, to the accessorized system in New York City. So if you're a resident of New York City and you have issues in those areas, we can help you directly in them. And otherwise, we hope to be able to help you with our systemic, with our big cases. As well, just by virtue of those cases being big and those cases working on behalf of many individuals. So you can find more information about my organization at my website, www.nylpi.org. Okay, my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I think then that's enough to say about me. What I'd like to launch into is what the current status of responding to mental health crises in New York and sadly around the country is. And that's one where the only option people have is to call 911. And as is the case in New York City and most of the state of New York, when you call 911, it is the police who arrive, and without any exaggeration, I say to you, you are lucky at that juncture if you come out of it alive. The fact is that police are responding and have responded in such ways that people are injured in multitude of ways and have been killed in large numbers, such that in the last 7 years alone in New York City, police have killed 19 individuals. And I'm sure it comes as no surprise to you that if you are a person of color, and especially if you're Black, you're more likely to have been killed by the police. So of those 19 people, 16 were people of color. And I think you could also say another whammy could be, if those are the double whammies, having mental health condition, and also being a person of color, that another is being someone who identifies in the LGBTQ community. And one of the people I'd like to talk a little bit about today is Kowalski Trawick as a sad example of what happens when police respond to a mental health crisis.